What's up, guys? It's John here with Fat Man Outdoors. I haven't done a video in a while because I've been waiting for a new mic to come in, and it actually came in late tonight. So I thought we would try to do a quick video tonight just to try to test out the new mic. What we're going to work on tonight is EDC folders. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I prefer a fixed blade knife, but for the everyday use, I'm not talking about outdoors or survival or anything like that. I'm talking about for everyday use, EDC knives are where it's at. So, let's get started here. The first kind of knife you could be looking at is just your basic razor blade knife. These are really good for beginners because you don't have to worry about sharpening blades. When it gets old, you just change the blade out. And if all you're doing is cutting open boxes, getting ready to tape, things like that, this is more than adequate for anything you'll do for the normal person. It's a pretty good knife for just your average person. Once you're ready to step up to an actual knife, like an actual pocket knife for the blade, I carried this knife for months. It's a $3 knife from Walmart, maybe. It's not good steel. It's really not. It's going to dull out after one day of use. You're going to have to sharpen it every day, which is good, though. You'll learn how to sharpen the knife. Liner lock has got either a thumb stud deploy, or you can use a finger stud to deploy it. I carried this knife for a long time when I was first getting into pocket knives. It served me well. It did everything I needed it to do. Is it a nice knife? No. Is it something you're going to show off to your friends? No. But it is a knife. This is what I'm going to go with as my budget knives. If you're just getting into pocket knives, you're not going to run out. You're not going to spend $50 on a knife. So these are the low end knives. I think under 10 bucks are these. Next, we're looking at kind of mid-range knives. Now, I don't know if any of you familiar with Gonzo knives. They're like knockoff of high-end knives, but it lets you kind of get used to using some higher-end knives and figuring out what you like. Like, this is a Delica knockoff, so you'll figure out whether or not you can even use that thumb stud deployment. Now, I do like this knife. It's really, really light. I've given away probably 5 of these. Great knives. Next is going to be another Spyderco knockoff. This is a knockoff of the Paramilitary 2. Now, again, same thing with this knife. Not going to be the same quality as a Spyderco. It's not. It's 440C steel, which is, and it's a good 440C, but it's still 440C. It's not the greatest, but it kind of lets you learn whether or not it's a knife that you would like. I used this knife for a long time. I actually gave a couple of these away to some guys that work for me to see if they would like them. One good thing about this knife is it does have an axis lock, so that's going to be different than your normal paramilitary, but I always thought that was a cool feature. Now this one, actually, this is the most carried knife in the mid-range knives that I have. It is a Gonzo F753M, so it's a miniature version, like a Pro-Tech knife. Obviously you see with that sweeping blade on it. I carried this knife for a long time. It's got carbon fiber, not scale, it's just the outside of it's going to be carbon fiber. But it's a good knife. It really is. I carried this knife for a long time and I really enjoyed it. It's a good mid-range knife. So again, the thing about these mid-range knives are you're going to carry them more than you do normal knives, just because they're going to let you see what you like. When you get into these high-end pocket knives can run $4,000. You don't want to just jump into that. You want to build up to it. So that's where I think these kind of mid-range knives have a place. Really, really like this knife. It's a good knife. Carried it for a long time. So, all right. So when I get into higher end knives, I don't say high end knives because I'm not going to spend $4,000 for a knife. So I say high end knife. I've only got one. I did a lot of research before I bought it. That's the reason I bought knives like this one that had axis lock, because I wanted to get used to an axis lock to see if it's something I liked. And I did. So I went with the Benchmade 940 Osborne. I mean, it is just a phenomenal knife. Like, I can't say enough good things about it. You got the green painted over aluminum, the purple titanium back. It is a beauty. And then one thing about Benchmade is, if you ever buy one of their knives and you don't like the normal pocket clip, you can call them or email them and they'll send you a deep carry. I've actually got 2 deep carry pocket clips on the way that are free of charge, and I didn't even buy this knife from Benchmade. I bought it from a third-party source. So great customer service. But I mean, the action on this knife is just amazing. Could not be happier. One thing that's cool is I like to use a thumb stud because I want a kind of a standard amongst all of my knives. So the thumb stud works well for me. But if you have gloves with this knife, it makes it really easy to use to open the knife when you got gloves, because you can just pull the axis lock here down and flip it out. Another thing to note about Benchmade is they do give you lifetime replacements on the blades for 25 bucks. That's amazing, man. If you mess this blade up, 25 bucks, you can get a new one. This does have a reverse tanto, which I really like. If you can see the way that back is designed, how it goes from real narrow here to higher up here, it's super strong tip. So I mean, I have pride with this knife. I've opened boxes with it. I've used the back side of it as a screwdriver. I've done things I'm not supposed to do with this knife, and it's just smiles and keeps coming. Great knife. Great knife. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is kind of an off the cuff last minute video. We're just doing the try out the mic, go over some knives I want to. I am a fixed blade guy, so I'm going to do more fixed blade knives than I will folders. In fact, this will probably be the only folder video you see from me, just because I'm not into them. I've got one that I use. It's the only one that I use, and I probably will never switch. So from now on, you'll see fixed blades, and you'll see them in the field. Again, I'm not a tabletop review kind of guy. I just wanted to kind of do this last minute because it did come in. I wanted to test out the mic. So, alright guys, thanks for coming in to Fat Man Outdoors. You have a good night. Sweet dreams.